Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, you know what, why these things are happening? It starts with this sentence, وَلِيَعْلَمَ الَّذِينَ نَافَقُوا. The reason that Allah is putting you through all this difficulty and turmoil and the test is to check who is munafiq, who is hypocrite, who is not doing what he says, who is claiming something that is not, is a liar. Allah Ta'ala says this is why these difficulties happened in the battle of Uhud. وَلِيَعْلَمَ الَّذِينَ نَافَقُوا. Then Allah Ta'ala continues with those people who actually passed the test. And those people who passed the test, they weren't munafiq, they weren't hypocrites. They were those people who followed the ridwan of Allah, the satisfaction of Allah Ta'ala. The rest who could not pass the test, they were munafiq. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. So of course this is one of the possible meanings. The second meaning that you can consider for this hadith al-sharif is this, that the other possible meaning is that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is satisfied with these people like Fatima Salamullah alayha, and they are satisfied with Allah, which means that whatever Allah gives them, they are happy, and Allah is happy with what they do. And that's the same meaning that we see in some verses in Quran, like for example, "Irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyya," or where we got the ayah that there's a group of people, radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. This meaning in the Quran has been mentioned for specific people. This is more specific than the first meaning that we said. And of course, Fatima Salamullah alayha would fit in this description, and we expect this to be one of the meanings of this hadith. However, there might be more into it. The third meaning that we can consider is that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala would give Fatima Salamullah alayha enough to satisfy her. This has been used for Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as well. When Allah Ta'ala says, وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى, Allah will give you enough until you become satisfied. This meaning is specific, is not for everybody. We do not see this sort of description for ordinary people. It's specific for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. So in this meaning, if we understand the riwayah, that means that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has given Fatima Salamullah alayha enough to satisfy her. And what that is, then we can find out from other riwayat. If we consider the fourth meaning as well, and inshallah we'll come back to that. So the fourth meaning is Allah's satisfaction. And this is much more superior. Allah's satisfaction is dependent on Fatima Salamullah alayhi's satisfaction. This is something that inshallah we should dissect in the next few nights to understand how is that possible. And we'll go through that to understand why between me and them, there must be a difference. Then he says, أسألك تردها وتدعو الله تعالى أن يجعل مهري الشفاعة في عصاة أمتك. Fatima Salamullah alayha says, I don't want the money. What I would like to get instead is to be able to do shafa'ah for the ummah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فنزل جبرائيل عليه السلام ومعه بطاقة من حرير مكتوب فيه. Jibreel came down with a fabric, like a silky fabric, came جعل الله مهر فاطمة الزهراء شفاعة المذنبين من أمة أبيها. That it was written on that the mahr of Fatima salamullah alayha is the shafa'ah amongst the ummah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. So somebody might ask the question here, isn't that the mahr is something that the groom has to pay? Have you ever asked this question? Why is that Fatima salamullah alayha asking her mahr through her father to be granted by Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala? Isn't mahr something that the wife asks the groom, the bride asks the